Okay, I have shared the screen. Sandeep, is it seen?
It is visible, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, so it is 7th session and the content is scientific writing of research in the form of research paper, research article, thesis or dissertation, and based on those contents, research report structure. So research paper, thesis, article, and all that, and report writing is the content. As I said in the previous session, that 30%, around 30-40% is same in proposal and this kind of research writing. The only difference is that in research proposal, data analysis is not much, but many researchers or proposed researchers do some pilot study, and that data analysis is also covered in the research proposal. Research thesis or dissertation or research paper must have all the data analysis. First of all, let us see the methods in which research is written. Two things out of that. First is essay. Many times essay is called as general essay, but many times under research essay is called as research essay, or the same is called as research article. So essay is your perception. It may or may not be having data analysis. An essay may or may not be having data analysis. World over, the standard is set, and you can see on the left, generally length is 4 pages, 1000 type words, double spaced, font size 12, font type Times New Roman. This is generally the standard for an essay. Research article, it varies from journal to journal or magazine to magazine, and the format may be different, may be the same. The length may be more, may be less. Then you may be wondering what to follow. Wherever you are sending your essay or research article or research paper, those magazines or those publications make it clear regarding how many words writing it should be having, what type of font size, what type, spacing, and the content sequence they give you or they prescribe. When we talk about essay, again look at the first dot at the left. It is the perception of a writer or author. Your perception when you are not doing any project. In the last session, we have seen the title of a project. It may be in the form of perception, it may be in the form of detailed study. Now this will make it more clear. There are 4 types of essays or articles: argumentative, expository, narrative, or descriptive. When you are putting forth both the sides of a particular issue, then it is obviously argumentative, because you are putting both the sides and you are leaving it to the author to make an opinion, or based on both the arguments, you as a researcher give an opinion. But both the sides must be evidence-based, because this is research writing, research essay. I'm not at all talking about, or our paper of study does not talk about the essays that we used to write at the school level or college level. Generally, evidence-based is written. School level or college level essays that we used to write may be the 3rd and 4th type, narrative and descriptive. But still, as it is research-based essay, good amount of evidence must be there, because you are at the end are to give some references. So let us focus on the first type, argumentative. So SQ and EQ making positive or negative impact on quality of work life, argumentative essay. Okay. Role of SQ and EQ on the positive and negative work-life balance, again argumentative. When you are putting both the words, both opposite words, then it is argumentative essay. And as I have said, you as a researcher at the end give your opinion and you leave the audience or the reader to frame an opinion. Okay, Abhishek, we are talking about the research writing. Our content of this session is research writing, and research writing is made in the form of research essays, research articles. Right now we are taking it both as same, and then we will talk about research papers and then thesis and all that. So first type is argumentative, where both the viewpoints are given. Right from the title, both opposite words generally are present, positive, negative. Positive, negative impact of SQ and EQ on work-life balance. This is the argumentative essay title. In essay title, you need not start or you should not start with study of. That was our project proposal title or research paper title. But here, argumentative essay or any kind of essay, you need not start with study of. It is just positive and negative impact of SQ and EQ on work-life balance. That is argumentative essay. Expository essay means generally step-by-step information and knowledge is communicated. Impact of SQ and EQ on work-life balance. This is expository essays, right? Essays heading. You, as I have said earlier, Abhishek, you were not there. In essays or articles, you need not have primary data research. Only based on the reading or only based on your perceptions, you can write the essays. So in expository, step by step, paragraph by paragraph, you go on exploring the information, ending to the knowledge, and giving the end or conclusion. As against argumentative and expository, which are too formal in the nature, narrative and descriptive, there is a bit informality in the language. And creativity is in the language in both the ways. Descriptive, last one, is highly creative. Narrative is somewhat creative. Compelling narration is given. Narrative and descriptive are based on your experience. So my experience on work-life balance is titled for narrative essay. My anecdotes or SQ and EQ, my perception on work-life balance. You can make any kind of title. In this, as it is, remember, in narrative, as it is your experience, you can use here my, me, our, and all that. In the first two, or in any proposal, any research paper, there is no room for writing I, me, my, mine. Only on narrative essay and descriptive essay, you may use that. So both narrative and descriptive have creative language use. In descriptive, it is highly creative. The difference is that in narrative, you give your experience. In descriptive also, you give your experience, but it is more attacking the sentiments. So it may be you are making a mockery of yourself, or you are in a jovial manner putting forth your experience. So for that, more and more creative language you need to use. And people get more and more involved. Academic essay writing is first and second type, argumentative and expository, but generally that we read in magazines, not research journals, simple magazines, or sometimes in newspapers. In newspapers, all these four types of essays or articles come. Those who that are on editorial page, serious page of a newspaper, they are generally argumentative and expository, but very light content, light tone, but serious message. Those are narrative and descriptive. Okay. So we have talked about essay and article. Now we are talking about research paper. The title that we have made in the previous session, it was a title of proposal. The same is the title for research paper. So from that angle, look at this session. Research paper is an expanded essay that presents your own interpretation or evaluation or argument. Research paper, research project, PhD thesis, in all this, hypothesis is there, and you are to prove that hypothesis with data. So good amount of data, organized way of data must be there in research paper, and that data you are to interpret. You are to interpret means your opinion on that you are to give through your evaluation. Now again I have given the difference between essay, article, and research paper. So listen carefully. Essay means what you personally know and what have you thought about your subject. It may not be research based. An essay is your own understanding of what you want to say about, say, our topic, quality of work life. The way you want it, you go on exploring. Okay. We have seen the four types here. It can be a mix. You start with expository, plainly describing quality of work life, plainly describing SQ, then EQ, then establishing interconnection. Then you may have an argumentative approach. Then in that you may include your experiences. So it can be a combination of any of these, or it can stand on alone on any type. But so essay can be this. Article can be again like that. But there is difference whenever it is research paper. You build upon what you know. So starting point is same. You build upon what you know, but this what you know is based on your literature review. While writing essay, you may not read any other thing. What you have in mind, you go on pouring. But when it is research paper, what you know is important. And at any point of time, when you start, what you know is very limited. So for that, what you know is to be enhanced. For that, you need to do literature review. So you build upon what you know about the subject. Now, next is very important. Here, research paper is different. Make a deliberate attempt to find out what experts know. Now, I am asking a question. Our topic from last session is study of impact of quality of work life. Study of impact of SQ and EQ on quality of work life. This is our title. Now, my question is, with reference to this definition of research paper, we want to find out what experts know. Now, my question is, who would be these experts for our research paper? or project. Who would be these experts?
Ma'am, the samples.
Very good. Very, very good. Your sample are the experts. You have gone to them because they are experiencing, even though they are workers. If your sample is workers, they are experts. Okay, so if you are selecting 50 executives for your project, those 50 executives are experts. Okay. Now, what is the relation between your project and research paper? Once your internship project of ISTD is complete, you can convert that material into a research paper and publish anywhere. Okay. Once the research is done, based on that, research paper is drafted. Okay. So the difference is that in essay and article, what you think, what you know, you go on writing. In research paper, you start with what you know, but you end up in what experts know. And at the end, based on what you know and what experts know, you conclude and give new knowledge to the field of management, field of training, field of HR, whatever. For this, what you need to do, surveying field of knowledge. Because our knowledge, always we are to believe that is limited. And we are to check what is available. So you are to survey the field of knowledge. And this survey must be orderly and focused. For making it orderly and focused, two things are in your hand. Which are these? Your title and your objectives and your hypothesis, if you have made. But mainly your title and your objectives will make your survey orderly and focused. Because once the title is done, you know that you are to search concept of quality of work life, of SQ, of EQ. You are to search or survey what research papers are available, what reports are available. So it is orderly and focused. Now, you have already drafted one research title based on the case study, impact of SQ, EQ, and all that. Okay. I have given few examples here for making your drafting more strong. See, whatever is in bold is topic. Okay, whatever is bold is topic. Whatever is next, in short, is essay title or article title. And whatever is in long sentence is research paper title. I repeat, what is in bold is topic, not title. Then there are two titles. First one is essay title, which is short. Next one is, what is title? Next one is research paper title or your project title or PhD title. So let us see example. Study habits is topic. What essay can be written on that? Study habits of college students. It can be full stop. In pandemic, it can be full stop here. Or study habits of college students, comparative analysis pre and post pandemic. Now see how this topic and essay title is converted into title. Study habits of college students in COVID times. Now next is important when it is the research paper title or your ISTD project title or thesis title, these words must be there with special reference to study habits of students of so-and-so course at so-and-so college. With this in mind, I request you to read the remaining with proper understanding how a topic is converted in essay title and how essay title is converted into research paper or project title. Go on reading. If you have any doubt, do ask. And if you want to do different title on the same topic, on any of the 4 examples, you can tell me afterwards. Do you want to make any other title based on the topic? Because on any topic, n number of titles can be made depending upon what you want to study on the particular broad heading of topic. Now, for any title on the research paper or thesis or your project, safe start, I have already told, study of. Okay. Many times the researcher is prompted to add the word critical study. When you are using that, your study must be really critical, must be really very exploratory, going deeper in the issue. Otherwise, don't use that word. Now, we have last time used the word impact. Others words may be effectiveness, study of the effectiveness of ... Or challenges and opportunities. These are also handy words for any title. Now, I have given 2 examples of under topic training methodology. What is the topic? Training methodologies. What is the essay title? Effectiveness of training methodologies. Another essay title, impact of training methodologies in corporate training. So I have given 2 examples of essays. I have given 2 examples. These 2 in italics are essay titles. The title that is underlined is research paper title or your project title or PhD thesis title. Same. Study of impact of training methodologies in corporate training with special reference to employee training at SBI insurance. So with special reference to आना ही चाहिए. Second example, topic is the same, training methodologies. Now example of essay, challenges and opportunities in the application of training methodologies in online training. Essay title. Now, project title or research paper title or thesis title, study of challenges and opportunities in the application of training methodologies in online training with reference to or with special reference to so and so company or executives in so and so company. Now I am giving you 2 minutes. Broad topic is training methodologies. I want you to draft one essay title. Essay title, you know, are short. All bullet titles are essay titles. So I want you, under training methodology, same topic, I want you to draft one essay title and one research paper or project or thesis title. Underlined one is essay, not essay. It is research paper or your project title. So I repeat, topic is same, training methodologies. 2 examples I have given. Okay, 3 essay titles I have given and 2 research paper titles I have given. Now giving you few minutes, draft it. Sandeep, you have put in the chat gamification in mobile marketing. What is this that you have put in the chat?
Ma'am, this is one of the this methodology essay topic, ma'am, one of the topic. And
Okay, yeah, that is essay topic.
essay
Now,
topic.
whatever you draft, it should be useful for your project, I-study project.
Yeah.
Because I had told that I-study project title, research paper title, PhD thesis title are broadly same. So first draft essay title, then draft research paper title. Yes. I can't listen. Volume is very low. Okay, I can see something. A tool for retention and distraction. Yes. Training methodologies, a tool for retention and distraction. Very good title for essay. But before a tool, you are to write training methodology. Good title for essay. Now think about research paper title. Others also try research paper title. It may lead to your project. Anyone? Or am I to go ahead? Are you trying? I have told you already that writing a title does take good amount of time, but try so that if necessary, I can guide you in the corrections. Any title under training methodologies. You can use experiential and some other experiential, cognitive. These terms you can bring in the title. You can use the word comparative study. You can use the word impact. You can even use the word challenges and opportunities. Now I have given you all the words. Main theme is
You can say
yeah.
study of the outcome of the training program.
Hmm.
Study of the outcome of the leadership training program.
Hmm.
After some designation time, we can say after 1 year or something like this.
Hmm. Study of outcome of leadership training program. Okay, where is the training related word here? Because it is your training diploma. Only
No,
training.
ma'am. Training means I think this leadership development program we do, na? Like that.
Mhm. Concepts in, generally the concepts in training must be there
Okay.
because it is internship program. Okay, I can read in the chat role of continuous learning in retaining millennium and Gen Z employee. This is essay title, impact of AI in okay, impact of AI in transforming training methodology for a digital. Very good. Now, Vafi, this essay title of impact can convert in your project or research paper title. Study of impact of AI in transforming training methodologies for digital online training with special reference to, you can add something. Okay? Okay, our title.
Okay,
Okay.
I will
Yes.
draft one again. Yes.
Yeah. Sandeep, evaluating the effectiveness of experiential learning methods in corporate training programs. Yes, this will go for essay also, and this will go when you write, add with reference to, and you write the organization or sample, then same will be the project title too. Good. Abhishek, you want to say something? Give any title?
And title, I told na that we have to study this the outcome.
Yeah, outcome of leadership program, but like, see, in Sandeep's title, the training words are there. Effectiveness is the training word. Evaluation is training word. Experiential learning method is training word. Corporate training is the training word. In Vapi's title, training methodology is the, so concept should be there of training. Okay, otherwise your proposal may be rejected. In Vapi's title, training methodology is one training concept, then digital online training is also the concept. So in your title, training concept should be there. How Sandeep and Vapi, will you add something to Abhishek's title? Abhishek has given study of outcome of leadership development training program. Now convert this essay title.
Here, ma'am, I can say na, that ma'am, in my study, suppose you are saying that training methodology is there, but I have this program because leadership development. So this is the leadership development. Development is a word which is there in development center. Development is
I
word which is associated to.
understand, but from title it
Hmm.
is not clear. See, you are talking about action research. Action research we have once discussed in the first session, pre and post. Okay, so you said after 1 year.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so all that clarity must be there in the title. So outcome in what form? So you need to give all the variables regarding outcome. Outcome can be financial. Outcome, how you will judge
Okay.
or measure the leadership impact. Okay.
Hmm.
So you need to think more on that. Anyone wants to suggest anything to Abhishek to make his title more clear? Okay, keep in mind.
Madam, I have posted them to help Abhishek assessing the long-term impact of leadership training on employee engagement and retention.
Okay, Abhishek, do you want to do the same thing? No, what Sandeep has added is engagement and retention. Behind this, maybe leadership program के objective में भी ये हो सकता है कि engagement and retention. It may be instead of engagement and retention, enhanced decision-making ability may be one of the reasons. So what? You can have your own syllabus.
So, ma'am, we
as I
can say
said.
that
Yeah.
to study the outcome, because to study the outcome of the leadership development program uh, on the basis of decision making and enhanced performance.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am,
So
I have helped him. Effectiveness of experiential learning in leadership training, a case study approach.
yes, that is also good. That is good.
Hmm.
Yes. So you can have any kind of angle or assessing the long-term impact of leadership training on yeah, we have done with that. Okay. Right. So what you must have understood that actually by hand we are to draft, redraft consistently till we are satisfied and clear about what, and it is not we only. It is our guide. It is our senior who will suggest. So your tolerance is very important. Once you have drafted, you may be very higher level manager, but being a researcher is completely different thing. And for this, you need to have tolerance and make drafting, redrafting consistently. Okay.
We
Let us
can
see.
take
Yes.
so we can take the name of some organization also, na, in title.
Yeah. So research paper contains research paper. A research paper can be completely secondary database research paper. It is called as literature review based research paper. There is no primary database, survey or interview based information, completely secondary database. It is possible. It is also called as a conceptual paper. Okay. Second type is combination of secondary and primary database, because you can't write a complete primary database paper because literature review is must, and literature review means secondary data. So it is a mixed methodology, mixed research design. So it can be only survey, it can be only observation, it can be only interview based, or it can be a combination of any of these. These are the research paper content. Now this is the framework of research paper. This framework is in 2 slides. Okay. Now, when I say research paper, I have repeatedly told research paper is the product of research. So your internship project of ISTD, same contents. Even if you do PhD, same contents. The volume is different. Okay, so research paper, your project, thesis, same contents. Okay, so first of all, title. In the last session, we have given good amount of time to many of these things. Okay, so title, abstract. I will show a few samples of abstract after a few minutes. This abstract must have keywords and outline of the paper. Right now, I will show you the abstract. See. This is a general topic-based management topic abstract of a research paper, which is completely secondary database, systematic literature review based. Title of the paper is Impact of Leadership on Organization Culture. Now, I request you to read this abstract. In the last session, I have told you abstract is generally of 250 words. It is written in one and only one paragraph. There are no 2 or more paragraphs. And at the end of abstract, there must be keywords. Keywords means all the main concepts that are used in the research title, and 1 or 2, maybe more. So please read how the abstract is written. All of you understand organization, culture, concept, and leadership concept. When you write secondary database paper, you can go on reading and writing and develop a paper. These days, Prisma model is used. This is not our topic, but Prisma you can explore afterwards. Now, as a revision, I would like to ask 2 questions. Number 1, imagine that it is not literature review based research. So, imagine deleting the last 4 words. Imagine deleting last 4 words, that is a systematic literature review, delete it. What remains? Impact of leadership on organizational culture. This is essay title. Please convert it into your project title. Project title or essay title or thesis title. Start with study or whatever you want.
We can say the study of impact of organizational culture.
Organization culture, okay. And how will you bring? Abhishek, what happens from last time, what I am observing, simple things are in front of you, but you are adding many things and it has become complicated. Study of impact of leadership on organizational culture, same, with special reference to Abhishek's organization.
Okay.
Simple?
Hmm.
Very simple. Okay. Now, as a revision, we have studied this in session 1 and 2. Tell me, in the title, there are two concepts. Which are these two? Leadership
Leadership,
and
organization culture.
correct. So these two concepts are there. My specific question is, out of these, which is DV and which is IV? You remember DV, IV?
Yes, ma'am. Variables.
Very good. Dependent variable, that is DV, and independent variable, that is IV. And for revision, I will tell you again the clear concept. In any research, there is establishment of cause and effect. Effect is DV, cause, that is variable, is IV. Now tell me, in this title, what is DV? That is, what is effect? Okay, to make it simple, what is the main concept in the title? Leadership or organization culture?
One second,
Leadership
ma'am.
is there, no? Leadership.
Impact of organization culture on organization culture. Main topic is, ma'am, organization culture.
Okay, Sandeep says organization culture. Abhishek says leadership. Wafi, are you there? What is the main concept?
Ma'am, I think leadership.
No. Main study is of organization culture. Okay, main study is of organization culture. So this is the main topic, which is DV, that is dependent variable, which is effect. Now ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कल्चर पे किस किन चीजों का प्रभाव पड़ता है, उनमें से एक है लीडरशिप, वो लिया है रिसर्च के लिए. So leadership is IV.
Yes, ma'am. Leadership is IV. Yes, ma'am.
Abhishek, I hope you agree. Now, leadership is IV and n number of leadership factors will be sub-IVs of leadership.
Yes, ma'am. Like transactional leadership, there are types of leadership, transformational
Very
leadership.
good. It is up to you which models of leadership you will take. Okay. That Robert Blake and Jane Morton's model is there. Or right now you have talked about transactional and transformational. And based on that study, you will explore and create a questionnaire. Correct? Now,
Yes, ma'am.
for making the concepts more confirm, our previous topic, what was that? Quality of work life.
Quality of work life.
Study of impact of SQ and
Quality of life. SQ and EQ.
quality of work life. Now, carefully, you are to tell me what is DV, that is effect, from the title. What main concept we are studying? Quality of work life or SQ and EQ?
Ma'am, quality of work life is the main topic.
Wafi, Abhishek, do you agree?
Main topic is, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Main
Yes,
topic is quality
ma'am.
of work life.
Yes, very good. Main topic is quality of work life. So that is DV, that is effect. And there are n number of factors that affect quality of work life. For this research, you have taken SQ and EQ. So SQ and EQ are IVs And when you explore more sub-IVs you will have to identify. Okay, great. Let us move ahead. So one abstract you have read about systematic review secondary database one. Now, there are many, but now to save time, I will show you, yes. This is recent Viva I have conducted of ISTD project. I have not taken permission of the student, but I have deleted a few details. Now you will find that this abstract I have put in 4 paragraphs. It is not to be done. For good readability, I have put it in paragraphs. Abstract must be in one and the same paragraph. It should have 250 words. It is a bit longer. But now read. In the first paragraph, the concept is explored. What model is being used for research, that is given. In the second paragraph, again, some test and assessment tool that is being used, more exploration is done. So in the first and second paragraph, this STAR model or STAR technique, the student could have done a bit exercise on that and reduce the content. Then in the third paragraph, what kind of research it is given, quantitative metrics and all that. And in the fourth, that is end of the abstract, should always be in the form of the result. Okay, go on reading. Any doubt?
No, madam.
What is missing in this abstract is there is no mention of what kind of data was collected. So primary data sample size, sample type is missing. Whether it and research method, broadly 30 item growth mindset assessment and STAR and all that is given, but regarding primary data, more details could have been there. They are here in this abstract. This abstract, again, of a student of ISTD. This is too long, but let us go from down to top. Ultimately, this report provides data-backed recommendations to evolve its sales training from a functional necessity. So result is given. Key findings are given on the previous paragraph. Average score and all that. In the previous one, details regarding primary data are given. Last but fourth line of second paragraph. 30 sales personnel across various Indian locations using a structured questionnaire. So method is also given. Scaling is given. Likert scale. Variables in the same are given. See, product knowledge, sales techniques, training satisfaction, skill gaps, learning attitude, perceived performance impact. And data analysis involve descriptive statistics and correlation analysis. So content-wise, this is a full and complete abstract. The only drawback is it is too long. It is not satisfying the requirement of 250 words. So the student always, researcher always is to have the language skill of precise writing and all that. But a good content on this. Okay. So first we are talking about the framework of research paper or project or thesis. First was title, second was abstract, including keywords. Third, introduction. Depending upon the topic, you are to explore all the concepts that you have in the title, objectives, and keywords, all concepts, and then you are to interconnect. Then conceptual background, introduction and conceptual background may be different. If it is different, introduction is small, conceptual background more. If together, then it can be more. Working definitions. When we talk about quality of work life, suppose, and if you go for dictionary meaning, Google dictionary or whatever dictionary, you will find n number of definitions. Same way regarding leadership. Now, what you have in mind regarding doing research, those definitions you select. Because otherwise, if you select all the definitions, your research won't be complete in whole life. So you are to limit it to the concepts, to the particular kind of scope. And therefore, whatever definitions you are taking of all the keywords, you are to write down, and in the bracket, the writer of this definition and where the writer has written, what is the year of writing, you are to give in the bracket. This is called as working definition. And when you go on doing literature study, your literature study must be in the light of all these working definitions only. Now, review of literature. Though I have brought this slide again, we have already done this in second and third session in detail. Okay. Then research methodology. I have shown you a big graph also, but it is only secondary database. Then internal sources, you know, the policies, reports, and rules, regulations, and many other things inside the organization of your sample. And external sources are all the public sources, books and encyclopedia, dictionary, journals, magazines, reports, theses, and all that. Objectives and hypothesis. In the last session and before that also, we have invested good amount of time in drafting. So objectives, to revise, start with the word to. This word to is never having place in title, but objectives must start with to. Lesser the objectives, better. And all the objectives must be in line with the title. Same way, hypothesis, last point C, should be precise and clear, should be stated in simple terms, and should propose relationship between variables. And objectives, title, and hypothesis must be in line with each other. Same words are to be repeated. A little bit drafting is different. So we have done much. Then scope and limitations. By now, in the previous session only, I have talked about scope. It is a list of concepts, DVs and IVs that are used in your research. It can be around 5 to 10. Limitations also we know by now. Sample type, sample size, geographical area, and time. Then significance you are to write depending upon the topic. For example, let us take previous example of significance of study of impact of SQ and AQ on quality of work life. How will you write the significance? You are to start with what is quality of work life, but then all that you must have put into the introduction. You are to say that quality of work life is a buzzword these days, and every employee has the right to get quality of work life, but it is many times hampered by these factors. If an employee only IQ is not sufficient for giving justice to work life. So if the employee has many other cues or intelligence, it adds to quality of work life. And how SQ like this you are to write. Maximum 1 page and all that. Then next content number 11 is method mix or research design or research methodology. All are similar words. And this we have seen 2-3 times. You are not to give this graph. You are to write what you are using. Research methodology writing content is very small, to the point. Secondary data was explored with the help of 3 books, 10 research papers, 3 research articles, and 5 reports from the company. 5 reports were these. All this material is detailed on in the section of literature review. Finished. Secondary data, under research methodology, under secondary data, this much is enough. Now, under research methodology, in primary data, you are to say the research was done with the help of survey method, with the help of questionnaire. The questionnaire has 3 sections or whatever sections with 25 questions based on 25 variables, or broad 5 variables converted into 25 variables. Variety of scaling was used, like yes, no, true and false, Likert scale, strongly agree to strongly, whatever you have done, you are to describe. Then you are to write about the sample design. Survey was conducted on 50 executives of so and so company, like this. If you have conducted interview, then write on that. If you have conducted observation, write on that. So research methodology means research design, means method mix, and in your research paper or in your project, within 1 sheet on 1 page, it is more than enough. You are just to describe your research methodology, not data. Okay, so content number 11 was this. You can write whether it is case study or whatever. Now research questions and research problem in the 2nd or 3rd or 4th, I don't remember, but this we have done. Remember? Research questions means 5W1H question. Can you tell me few research questions, 5W1H wale, on our title, impact of SQ on quality of work life? What, when, where, how? Make such simple 5 to 10 questions. Go on.
On ma'am, which topic?
Loudly.
On which topic, ma'am?
Your voice is breaking.
On which topic?
Our topic, from the last session. Impact of SQ-EQ on quality of work life. What is quality of work life? Simple question. And what is meant by SQ and EQ? Next. Next. Just focus on the words. Focus on what you want to find out. What are the factors that affect quality of work life? Next. What is the role of SQ and EQ in quality of work life? And at the end, हम title की तरफ जाएंगे. So last question will be, what is the impact or role of SQ and EQ on quality of work life? Like this, 7 to 8 questions. 5W1H wale. Okay. Now, research problem. Remember, research problem is in paragraphs. 1 paragraph or 2-3 paragraphs. It starts with, again, quality of work life and effectiveness of employee is interrelated. Like this, you can start any. The performance of an employee is hampered by a number of factors, and quality imbalance in quality of work life or poor quality of work life hampers the productivity or effectiveness of an employee. If the employee and the corporate make serious efforts in this regard, this issue can be resolved. But many a times you are to go on and you land up in the problem. This problem is there, therefore you are doing research. IQ is highly rated in organizations, but it is okay at the entry level. But as we grow up in the career, you are to get along with the employees. You are, as a manager, you need to get work done from the people. In team, you are to adjust to the team dynamics. And for this purpose, an employee's personality must be mature, and there is the role of many cues in like this. And you are to land up in the problem. Okay. One research problem I have brought here. It is on cultural intelligence. We are talking about SQ, EQ. Now this is CQ. This CQ PhD is under me, completed 3 years back. Because IQ is discussed, EQ is discussed, SQ is discussed, but CQ is very rarely discussed. CQ or CI is very important, and therefore the study was done, the model was developed. So please read out. I can see few blue lines on the screen. Can anyone rub it? I don't know from where it has been originated.
I think, madam, it is already on that paper.
No, from all the slides, it is coming up. It is on the, see, someone has done right now. See, it has come right now, the red one. On the left, there are slides. On those slides, it is not there. It's okay. Okay, fine. It may be boring reading all this material, but you must have understood that research problem is in paragraph, 1 paragraph, 2 paragraphs, or maximum 3 paragraphs. It must establish why you are doing research. There is a problem, therefore you are doing research. Through research gap after literature study, it is established there also. Okay, we are talking about the contents of research paper or project or thesis. So next content is analysis and interpretation, data and statistics. So analysis is done with the help of statistical tools. So few statistical tools I have given there in the middle: mean, mode or median, or standard deviation, or correlation, or t-test, or chi-square test, or any other. As a researcher, you may or may not be expert in statistics. If you are not knowing statistics, don't be under pressure. Give the analysis to a statistician. They charge fees, but give to them. If for your ISTD project, if you use only mean, that is okay. Average you can come with. So average, with the help of that, you can prove your hypothesis. But if you are using correlation word, significance word in your title and in your objectives and hypothesis, you need to have many more statistical tools. So go to the statistics and get your data done. But before collecting the data, once your questionnaire is ready, that time also you have to go to the statistician if you are using high level of words like correlation and significance and all that. Then this is a style in which analysis is given, or generally the graphs and all that, that is enough. So statistically, hypothesis testing and all that, there are many methods. If you study few research papers and how the hypothesis testing is done, you will get to know. Okay. This way also hypothesis testing matter is described. H1 is, you remember, alternate hypothesis and null hypothesis. When hypothesis is written in negative word, no word is there, it is called as HO. And when it is written in positive manner, it is H1. That is alternate hypothesis. Null hypothesis, that is HO, is rejected. That means there is no impact of SQ-EQ on quality of work life. No impact. This is null hypothesis. This is to be rejected. And what is to be proved? There is impact of SQ-EQ on quality of work life. Then based on analysis, you are to list down the findings. Findings are generally the around 10 bullet points, which is the nutshell of your analysis, which prove that your hypothesis is tested. I have found in the recent vivas that I have conducted for your project, out of 12, 4 or 5 were not having findings at all. Findings must be there after the analysis and interpretation. In simple language, if you have 25 variables, you will have all those 25 points in your analysis database. In findings, all those 25, 30 analysis points in nutshell in 10 to 12 points, without mentioning any number, that is data, is the findings. Then suggestions. If you are doing the research on executives of your company, suggestions will be to the executives. Now, if you want to suggest anything to the company, that is not called as suggestion, it is called as recommendation. So any suggestions that you give to other stakeholders other than sample, they are called as recommendations. Then in your research project, this is not there. This is only in PhD. This may not be there in research paper also. But this means what contribution through your research, what contribution you have done to academics, to the industry, and to the society. What knowledge you have developed, what theory or model if you have developed, you have to mention that. If you have some certain research helps in policy framing, so you have to mention that. Then you have to give area for further research. For writing area for further research, you are to refer to your scope. Suppose in scope you have given 5 concepts. Here you are to say the present research was on IQ, SQ, and its relation to quality of work life. Further research can be conducted on the impact of cultural intelligence and its impact of quality of work life. So what you have not done in this project, but can be done in the further research can be. Your sample was suppose 50 executives. You can say that further research can be conducted on 100 higher level managers or top managers of the company. So scope can be increased to sample number also, sample type also, or the project was conducted on SBI Life Insurance of Mumbai region. The same study can be conducted for the managers for all India. So geographical scope is also, limitation is also, when you write this area for further study, you are to focus on scope and limitation and extent. Then conclusion and all that, and your research is complete. Any doubt? Any doubt?
Ma'am,
No, madam.
Yes.
I wanted to ask about the ISTD project. How are we supposed to, if we are doing it in research methodologies, then how do we go about it? Like, do we write an essay or
No
um,
essay,
okay,
only
okay,
secondary and primary database research.
okay, okay.
And you must be getting the mail. Have you received the mail? This is 3rd semester. Check whether you have received the mail regarding project guidelines.
No, I did not. I don't think we received a mail, but we did receive a message regarding the project.
You received in?
Yes, a message on our WhatsApp group.
Okay. So are you given the guidelines document?
Yes, yes, yes,
Huh?
yes.
So go through that because there are broadly 4 topics given. And your
Okay.
project must fit one of that. Okay.
I will go through it again. Okay, ma'am.
So refer to that. Then you are to make the proposal. In proposal, today only in the previous session, we have
Yes.
seen the contents of proposal. So there must
Right.
be your title, objectives, hypothesis, what research methodology you are going to use, then secondary data, and many other things. I will
Understood.
show you one proposal. Of course, not ISTD proposal,
Okay.
because it will be a copy. 1 minute. I am showing a proposal of my PhD student who completed his PhD few years back, but best proposal writing. Is this seen?
Yes, ma'am.
This thesis is available on Shodh Ganga, therefore I'm using it and also taken the permission from him. Okay. The title is this. And believe me, for making title, struggling with words, drafting and redrafting was done. This student, Mr. Raut, or now Dr. Raut, is government officer in the health department. So he was curious. One way curious and another way is knowing that government makes many good plans, many good schemes, but while implementing, there are some challenges, there are some opportunities, and some loopholes are there. Those are to be identified to make this scheme stronger. Okay. So what words we have used? See, 4 words we have used. Study of, status, impact, challenges, opportunities. For understanding status, secondary data was enough. कि किस किस डिस्ट्रिक्ट में ये चल रहा है, कितने लेवल तक चल रहा है. And for primary data, impact, challenges and opportunities. Scheme is RKSK, Rashtriya Kishore Swasthya Karyakram. And with special reference to 5 districts of Maharashtra, Marathwada region of Maharashtra. Now, while giving this proposal presentation, you are given some time. Sometimes half an hour is given, sometimes 10 minutes are given. Sometimes when the committee is very busy, they will say finish in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You should be ready. And you are not to give lecture. And therefore, only one slide is made on the introduction. Adolescents, concept is given 10 to 19 years. Total world population 7 billions, India's contribution 17%, world adolescent population 1.2 billion, India's adolescent population 253 million. So पूरी in nutshell adolescent का दिया है. Now why this research? This also given in very crisp words. Healthy adolescent depends on healthy mothers. Healthy mothers, healthy children, healthy society. Healthy society and healthy children means future workforce is healthy and it leads to healthy society. Therefore, it is important to invest in the adolescents. Okay. Then, variables are given. RKSK programs focus. Now, literature review is to be given, but you can't write paragraphs and paragraphs. So, I suggested this method. Research paper details, because it is academic program. Your project is also in the form of academic research only. So, first paper, who wrote it, year, strong points are given, universal coverage, cost-effective research was there, great awareness among stakeholders about importance of like this. Research papers and their strong points were given, and while describing everything, he described what is lacking. So at the end, see, lack of identification and all that. Okay. Then pillars of the study, see objectives. To study, to explore, to assess, to give suggestions, and to develop model. ये 4 वाला नहीं लिखेंगे तो भी चलता है, क्योंकि this is very taken for granted to give suggestions and recommendations. So main are first 3, and the student has developed model, therefore number 5. Simple 2 hypothesis. There is effectiveness, but for effectiveness, there is still scope. Scope, how will it be increased? Awareness and sensitization. Second, in spite of opportunities, there is a gap in defining, planning, implementing, and evaluating. From this hypothesis, you will get a number of sections for your questionnaire. Awareness का first hypothesis से awareness का एक section, sensitization का एक section, second से defining program का एक section, planning का एक, implementing का एक, evaluation का एक. So right from initial writing, you should be very clear on what you want to do. See, what the research student has used as research method mix or research design, secondary data. Now, kitne books you can write into the bracket. Kitne books, kitne research papers, kitne reports. See here, as this is government scheme, government reports are also there as background material, literature. And training material is also there because the scheme is going on. So in secondary data, major part is government reports and training material, but still articles and research papers are to be reviewed. In primary data, survey questionnaire, interview, observation was there. Then 1 minute only. Now see how sample design is done. Total sample 610. And how, and in the same, the student has written questionnaire and labels concept. Many times interview and all that is also written in one and the same slide. And scope and limitations on the same slide. That's it. So your proposal must be very, very crisp. Okay. I can see
Yes,
you
I understood.
in the chat. Any doubt?
Ma'am, how can we get in touch with you later on if any doubt comes up?
98225.
Just 1 minute.
On the first slide, generally my email address and number is given, but still 98225
98225
90
90
354.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sandeep, you have asked few questions. How does the integration of spiritual practice at the workplace impact and all?
No,
Okay, these
ma'am.
are the research
That-
questions. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And Vapi, you are from which location? Which
Ma'am,
chapter?
batch 90, Chennai.
Chennai. Okay.
Yeah.
You can find, I'm also there for help. You can find a local guide. The guide can be anyone from the managing committee of the
Yes.
Chennai chapter or
Okay.
any senior manager or anyone who has done ISTD project before from your company. So there are, all these guidelines are given in the project guidelines. So you next time while coming, I request you to do 2-3 things. One is
Yes.
listen to the recordings. Number 2 is
Yeah.
I have sent the notes for first 5 sessions. I will send 6th and 7 also. Do read that.
Okay.
And read the project guidelines completely. Try your some initial drafting so that it will
Okay.
be easier for me to guide you in that direction.
Understood, ma'am.
Yeah.
Understood, yes.
2590354, right. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.